I live.
Sam, I like how you didn't say anything before you hit go live, so I kept it.
Oh, well, it's fine.
Oh, I thought you meant like your sub title, which I was reading from a distance, and where it said page, I thought it said writer for Screen, Slug, and Pig. Is what I read.
Multifaceted.
Hey, yo, and welcome. Yo. Oh, Laura's interview for a video effects job went well, and I have a follow-up interview on Wednesday. That's awesome.
Very nice.
Hoping you get the gig.
Me too.
Yo, RP. So I am mostly recovered from the convention and the migraine flare-up.
That's good.
I do want to know how everybody's weekend went, but first I'm going to whine a little bit. I went in for a 3-month...
Me too.
for a 3-month checkup, right? Which it's kind of funny. The checkup was supposed to be like my doctor prescribed a new medication to take with my shot to try to like bridge the gap between things. But what is the occasion, CB?
Literally nothing, other than the fact that my foundation made it look like because I put it on my lips as well, and I looked sickly. So I was like, "Oh, I'll put some lipstick on," and then it was bright red, and I was like, "Oh, I'll go dark just to see." And then Sam hit go live.
She's just been fighting her lip color. It's fine. But yeah, the insurance last year was like, no, you need to be pre-authorized for this, because that's the insurance's thing now. Whenever you want any medication, they're like, no, we don't believe you need this. Please fill out a pre-authorization form. And I'm like, does the doctor's prescription mean nothing to you people? So, but we were switching my husband's work was switching insurances. So I was like, I'm going to save these fights for January because it's literally only 2 months and I have enough medication for the rest of the year. So my doctor and I kind of just like chatted and talked about some things and discussed the like new medication he wants to put me on. And then also he looks at my files and he's like, oh, we haven't had any blood work done in a couple of years. We need to, do a full panel just to make sure everything's still good. And I was like, I didn't come here for needles, sir. And he's just like, oh, this doesn't have to be a today thing though, if you're not up for it. And I'm like, no, we're getting this out of the way.
It does have to be, or it's gonna loom over you.
I'm like, nope, I'm not making a special trip for needles. The fuck, no. So I still have the thing on from this morning. I can take it off, but
you can take it off right now.
My poor children, I went to sleep when I got home. Like, I got me a breakfast biscuit thing with sausage because I was like, I need sugar and iron since they just
stole your blood.
Yeah, since they stole my blood. And like I was already feeling nauseous before the appointment, and then the lady took so long poking my vein. I've never had a nurse take so long poking the vein up. I was getting concerned, and it made me feel anxious and even worse.
I like when they tap your arm and they go, you have good veins. And I'm like, you're a vampire.
You're mine.
That's what they normally do. I was very concerned when she wasn't like that, but it's fine. I figure it's just because I've been unwell, so my blood is like, no, we're hiding today. But yeah, then I came home and I went to sleep, so I've had that on my arm all day. And my children who came in my room, they're like, Mom, are you okay? Because they've never seen one of those on my arms before. And I'm like, it's fine. The doctor just took some. Like, they're like, why did the doctor? I'm like, it's just a checkup. So they got to learn, that I'm like, we know how liver filters toxins because that's a thing they've learned in school. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, so that's one of the things we're checking on to make sure my medication hasn't hurt my liver or anything, because sometimes that happens, even though it's not supposed to. And yeah, so it was a good educational moment, but I had to go through it with all 3 children who came in my room at various times.
Oh, 3 times, not even just like one.
I
one
just don't take
where
those
you
things
just,
off
you know?
until I have to, because stings taking them off. I am so blah right now because I had a dental procedure this morning, but I need to write. But my hubby bought me Culver's.
What's
I should have
Culver's?
got Culver's.
Culver's, it's like a burger restaurant.
Oh,
Yeah, Culver's is a Midwestern fast casual place.
okay.
It's really good. We have one here. We must
I've never
take you
actually
next
been
time
to
you
one,
visit.
despite being from the Midwest. I've never been to a Culver's, but I'm familiar. I
Tell
don't
me
think
about
there's
more
one
Midwest
close to me.
than it's more Midwest than Ohio.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say.
Like
I think it's more like a
mid.
Wisconsin,
Yeah.
like that area.
When they first
thing.
came to town, they were a Pepsi place, which is how we knew they were Midwestern, because a lot of the Midwestern chains that come here are all Pepsi places.
Yeah.
But I believe they've become a Coke place since then.
Good for
And I'm
them.
like, yes, you're integrating into the South. I
Good for them.
see. Yeah. They use custard instead of ice cream in their shakes, so I find that more delicious.
Yeah.
I think it's
I feel like the past half a dozen to a dozen times Sam and I have streamed together, I've worn a light color and she's worn a dark color. And it's,
I mean,
don't
I
know.
don't know if I own a lot of light colors, to be fair.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, I think the lightest color I've ever seen Sam wear is like red.
And that's not like usually light, it's just very bright.
Yeah, no, I mean just like a standard red. That's
I
about
wear
as
light
light.
gray.
I guess gray, yeah, that's fair.
Cheetah print.
Occasionally I'll wear pink
Cheetah
on it.
print, yep.
Cheetah print.
Oh god, what is Fox gonna say? Sam doesn't own red. I do. He's on this thing where he just forgets that, well, he didn't realize I owned red for a very long time, but I'm like, no, I wear red on occasion. And then like I produced 3 or 4 different red shirts out of my closet, and now he's just like, it doesn't exist.
Not real.
In denial.
It's fake.
John, can you close the window? She didn't. My computer just went to night shift mode, so like the orange sheen went over everything, and I'm like, that's looking very orange all of a sudden, because you already have the warm.
I've started tanning.
Your liver's failing.
Well, you know, a little of this, a little of that.
Matt, you too need a blood panel. The computer can't find me today. I didn't outline my eyeballs for it.
I remember a few years ago, I made a doctor's appointment for myself. First time I had really done that, because when I was in college, I was like, there's no reason for me to ever see a doctor. And then I was like, I haven't seen a doctor in 5 years. I should probably go to one. And so I went to the doctor, and they were like, okay, we're going to do some blood work. I'm like, yeah, sure, sounds good. Like, have you been fasting? And I, before the appointment, was like, if I don't eat breakfast, they're going to be mad at me. Because breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
It's quite the opposite, actually.
Yeah. And so I'm like, nope, I had breakfast this morning. I had oatmeal and a little smoothie. And they're just like, okay, why? I'm like, what do you mean? It's like 11 o'clock. They're like, we can't take your blood if you've eaten in the last 12 hours. I'm like, no one told me that.
Yeah, I told my doctor, I'm like, I haven't eaten since last night. And he goes, oh, good, you've been fasting. And I was like, yep, not on purpose.
Yes, uh-huh. But yeah, I thought I was going to be their best patient that day. And turns out, no.
Not even just like a good patient, just the best patient.
Yeah, I thought I was going to be the best patient they had that day. And instead I got in trouble.
That you starved 12 hours before.
Yeah, and I'm like, hey, big ask, frankly, to ask me to go 12 hours without eating.
Okay.
I don't like 2 hours or 10 hours of that. So
yeah, I don't think they know what they're asking for, because absolutely not.
That sucks. I didn't realize you couldn't eat before blood work.
You're not supposed to eat for 12
Yeah,
hours.
you're not supposed
before.
to because you're like
blood work done before, and I just have no memory of this. But okay.
Okay, so basically they want to take your blood and they need to like check your blood sugar and all of that. But if you've just eaten, then your blood sugar is going to be high. Like regardless, it's gonna like mess with the numbers.
Right.
So,
I think it was more critical for this one because I hadn't been in like 5 years and I hadn't had blood work done in like 7 years. So they're like, we need a baseline.
Yeah.
So it was really important that I not eat beforehand.
They needed to know your base level. So,
right.
Yeah.
So to where like if I just got it as like a routine checkup now, they would still ask for, but it would probably be less critical that I like if it was like 11 hours or 10 hours.
Sounds like you just had a judgy nurse or doctor because it's like, why would you eat breakfast? Like,
I'm like, no one told me.
I'm not supposed to know this. So
I'm not hungry.
Well, chat, how was your weekend? Because chat has not let us know how their weekend was.
What are you hiding, chat? What did you do this weekend?
What did you hide over the weekend? Also, what are y'all gonna be working on? CB might go make food the first.
I might do dishes for the first sprint because I made dinner and ate dinner.
I was considering making food or doing dishes the first sprint. However, now my arm hurts and no. So
if you take the thing off, your arm will hurt less.
I did take the thing off, and that's why my arm hurts.
You're just weird then. It's like 5. Yes, I know. I've had blood drawn. We've established this.
And it now hurts right here. See, it's red. You can
might as
see
well just
it.
chop the whole arm off. It's useless now.
No, it just hurts, and I don't want to move it.
It's like nearing dinner time, so I'll probably I don't know if I have anything snack worthy. Maybe I'll make some popcorn. But then I actually don't know what I'm gonna be working on. I had a lazy weekend and a lazy day, and I've kind of just been blech recently, and I think it's been a bit of a migraine, but also the fact that I have left my house some days, or like I spent a lot of time hanging out with Sam, but like not actual human in-person interactions at all. So that's a little rough for me.
CB did get to experience just how go with the flow I am when it comes to picking things to watch. If I don't have anything,
I'm like, hey, what about this? And then I say the title, and she's like, okay. And I'm like, oh, have you heard of it? And she goes, no.
She's like, did you read the summary? And I'm like, no.
Well, I know the title. What else do I need to know going in?
Like, I need to know nothing else. Like, I saw the title in the thumbnail, and of the thing we ended up watching. And then, like, as we're watching it, CB's like, I think it takes place in the modern day, and this is just a prologue. And I'm like, no, judging by the thumbnail, this 100% takes place in the 1940s Korea.
And the worst part is, I had watched the first half of the first episode at some point. And so I
this is just an example of why I don't read the summary.
They're sending a telegram, and CB's like, yeah, that could be any time.
No, but it literally it was that bad.
It was just an example of why, like, I literally need nothing more than the title and the thumbnail to know if I am interested.
I need like a full article review and like maybe
like
10 recommendations.
Like there was this one that popped up on Netflix that was just like, what was it? Like watch the peacock dance in the jungle. And I was like, CB, we have to watch that. And she's like, why? What's it about? And I'm like, I have no idea. But that title has my attention. So
that's
this
crazy.
is how I live my life in all forms of media.
I need a TV show to watch. I finally got caught up on The Bear.
You know what you should do first? You should read the first book of The Great Ward.
Well, no, a TV show, Sam. A TV show.
You can play it through the TV. I have confidence in you.
I watched both seasons of the Squid Game over the past couple of days, so I enjoyed that.
I have a very interesting history with Squid Game.
Did you get kidnapped by the
No,
people?
I was how should I say this? Under the influence of not this.
Yes, we've caught on.
Yeah. And I decided to watch it with my friend.
Bad decision.
Really bad decision. Yeah. Fell asleep for a bit, woke up to some intense violence in the show, and I'm just like, we gotta stop. And I have not revisited Squid Game.
Well, if you want to, I'm currently watching season 1 with 80 different people. Well,
hey,
actually,
it only took us one day. It was fine. I really like season 2. It's very.
I haven't seen season 2 yet because I gotta wait on Chris for that.
It's
watching a show time-wise drastically changes versus if I'm watching it alone versus with Chris.
Yes.
So,
have you guys watched Solo Leveling?
I've not heard of it.
I adore that show. I really like the webcomic. It got me into webcomics. I want to read the book, but I can't bring myself. I'm like waiting on the library to get a copy of it. Like I'm on hold. But the anime is really good, and I have a little bit of a crush on the English voice actor for the main guy. See, Laura gets it.
Okay. Jessica's weekend was quiet. I didn't stream like I normally do because I had a thing on Saturday, and then I was tired as fuck on Sunday. That's fair. Oh, Storytellers Hearth weekend relay dates have been announced, and the host application and availability sheets are public and fixed. I have no idea why the form automatically decided to go to the most secure of securities ever, but it has been fixed. The dates are February 21st through the 23rd. If you have hosted 3 or more times, then just fill out your host availability sheet. If you haven't, fill out the host application form. If you are unsure, DM me or Sarah, probably me since you're here. But Laura was still in the stream marathon this weekend. So much streaming, so little sleep. Yeah, Sam Wicker hosted a under 1,000 subs marathon where everybody hosting streams throughout the week had 1K or less. I came back from the convention to see that, and I was so excited. I messaged Laura. I'm like, can I get in on this? She's like, it's hosted by Sam Wicker. I messaged Sam. I'm like, can I get in on this? And they were both like, yeah. And then the con crud and the migraine hit me, and I had to be like, I am so sorry. I have suddenly passed away. I cannot do anything now.
Yeah.
But Sam has put me on a contact list or something for next year's. So
that's good. I'm interested in that as well.
I will let you know when I see it.
Yeah.
Stop that. Okay. I was just trying to get rid of the banner. I'm going to be working on To Kill Me Kindly, which I know that you're doing the exclamation point for censorship reasons, but I really kind of want it to just stay.
I didn't even notice it.
It's so very web novel.
It is.
And I love it, especially since the exclamation point is an eye upside down. So it just
that rocks.
Put it there and then also in kindly. And but sorry, that's I don't know, it just hit me hard. Which needs to be worked on now that episode 1 is up on Patreon for free. Ooh.
Nice.
Please send me or one of these two the link and we shall link it for everybody. Gonna work on editing my whip. I got 1 section left to finish before I start procrastinating about finding beta readers. Fair. I like the honesty. But that's awesome. It's wild that like I don't know if you started the whip during these streams, but I just remember so much of your progress over the years. I know CB keeps asking me about what's probably going to happen is one of these nights, because now that CB is in California time and I have the 2 hours ahead of her, our schedules align again.
Better. I still keep 10 hours and Sam doesn't. But aside from that,
I mean, it works out because so CB and I get to like, she'll just be like, "Hey, do you want to watch something?" And I'm like, "Yeah." See, you just gotta remind me that you can make me watch Solo Leveling, and I'll make you watch Noblesse.
I've watched that. I read that.
But we haven't finished it.
Yeah, because I don't know.
Because you had school and a life, and you were an hour ahead of me.
I've tried to rewatch it a couple times, but it's fine.
Well,
I know, click on more. Yay!
Yeah, I'm waiting for the season to end before I pick up the manga. Alex Le is the bomb.
Yeah, yeah, it's so painful. I'm watching the dub because I really like his voice. Stop. And I know everything that happens because I reread the comic so many times. Well, I haven't finished the comic. I like stopped at one point because I kept catching up and I was like, oh, wait for it to finish. And then the show started coming out and I was like, oh, after I finished the first season, I was like, I'll reread it. And I started rereading it and I was like, no, I just really want this animated. And then I found out about the novel and I'm like, now I want to read the novel. So I'll read the novel. But it's so good. It's so fun. It's one of my
anime. When we were working Anime Expo, they had a panel for Solo Leveling. SCV. I kept teasing her that she and the voice actor were gonna make eye contact. He was gonna realize she's his true love, and then she just has to walk away, and then have him search for her.
I fucking hate you.
like every time we had a break, I was just like, "Have you made eye contact with your true love yet?" It was fun.
He was there. It could have happened. Hey, Crunchyroll has is under Sony, and Sony's offices are in Culver City, which are really near me.
See, get the internship there. I'm rooting for you to find your true love in as dramatic a way as possible.
Thanks. But without going like too far into the drama, because I don't want to get like amnesia or something.
I suppose this is fair. Okay.
Hi, Bella. Bella's still catching up, but makes multiple comments based on what's said. Bella spent the weekend being lazy making keychains, which I don't think it counts as being lazy, but okay.
Yeah, you're making a craft.
Like, yeah, gonna spend the stream working on Whip. Solo Leveling is favorite. It is. It's so good. Ugh. I love the animation. Yes, I'm totally okay with the fires. I'm pretty far from it all. For what it was and the way it's still moving is in the opposite direction that I am. A lot of people got impacted really terribly, but we're lucky enough not to have been in the areas that were really messed up. Yeah. Thank you for asking. Oh, sorry.
This is Jessica Berry's Patreon, which is all free content right now. I'm getting rid of notifications.
Fox is about to make fun of me for my face turning red. He just sent me a chat.
Anyone excited for the Chainsaw Man movie? I can't wait. I did not know a movie was coming out, but now I'm excited.
I'm excited for Demon Slayer, the ending.
Yeah.
I also binged that in the past like month or so. And one of my embroidery projects I have on deck is to make embroidery.
When does that come out?
I don't know. My older brother got this one.
Nice.
I think Chris and I have to watch the newest season because we didn't realize another season had come out. But I look forward to more Demon Slayer.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I think it's going to be a satisfying ending because it's like it's all been leading towards one point. Although I thought there was like another 2 or 3 seasons loaded in story-wise, but
Yeah, I'm really surprised it's ending already.
yeah, like I feel like it had a really good pacing, and then all of a sudden it just like got turned up to 9, and I'm like, whoa, there was a lot of story you could have done.
Yeah.
Might be budgeting issues.
Yeah, or something with the mangaka. I would be curious to figure out why. Or that was just
recently heard that a lot of new anime that they only make 1 or 2 seasons of, but still has like a lot more. That is basically just a giant expensive marketing thing for the manga and light novels.
Oh.
Which I'm like, I would not put it past, but I really hope that's not true.
Yeah. I don't know. I could see that with some, but not others.
I have to watch Demon Slayer, especially after my sister, out of love, assumed I watched it and bought me merch of it. I didn't have the heart to tell her I've never seen it. That's such a stupid thing.
I bought my little brother the first light novel of Solo Leveling because I've been buying my like family for Christmas books for a couple years, but I think I realized that they don't read the books anymore. Or they just don't read the books. So I got a lot of graphic novels or like manga for them. And then I got my little brother the light novel, telling him that there's a show that I really enjoy. So my motivation there is for him to read the light novel. I can read the light novel. And I think that both of my brothers, my older brother does not read as much. The 3 of us could watch it together. It's bonding. But my master plan has not come into the closest I've gotten to chatting with my brothers in the past like couple weeks is me sending them like an Instagram reel of someone being like, "You look so much like your brother," and then the camera pans to a rat. And my little brother was like, "Thanks." I'm like, "I love you." But that's my master plan. And if he hates it, then I can just buy it off of him or something. I don't know.
Now that the chaos of the holidays and stuff are past, my little sister and I were talking about she may be getting a job where she does night shifts. And I was like, oh, but if you sleep in the morning, then I can't kidnap you. And she's like, I don't know. We'll see. I might sleep in the morning or I might sleep before I go to work. And I'm like, okay. But our current plan is that on like her days off, during when she would normally work, I'm going to kidnap her to watch the long list of things that we need to watch, like catch up on Sailor Moon Crystal and Critical Role Season 2. My husband is especially upset about that because I won't watch it with him before I watch it with my sister.
I started rewatching the second. I started rewatching some Legend of Vox Machina before I could continue watching more.
Maybe that should be the next show I watch.
You should watch animated series, yeah.
Yeah.
It's very good.
It is good. I will say the first like 3 episodes are like really raunchy. Especially in comparison to the rest of the show, like it stops being raunchy.
It's like that's what they're trying to sell you on.
I don't know. Maybe that's what they were trying to sell Amazon on.
I think part of it is to communicate that it is a show for older audiences.
Yeah, they're like really try. I just don't like when shows do that, when like the worst of the show is in the first couple episodes, because I'm like, this now feels unnecessary because I didn't need to be warned about a thing that does not happen later.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I know what you mean.
And there's like a couple people I wanted to watch it that I was like, I absolutely hate whenever someone is like, oh yeah, no, this series is really great. You just have to like put up with the first such and such parts.
Yeah.
And so I was like, you know, I wouldn't do this if I didn't
actually get better. I'm okay with going through like a couple episodes when someone's like, you just have to make it to season 2, and I'm like, no. That's unless we're sitting down together. I can't get.
I actually have a 5-episode rule because of 2010's animes, because they would do this weird thing, right? So the first 3 episodes are all like cutesy and happy and whimsical, and then suddenly around episode 4 or 5, death and destruction happens, and it's become dystopian, and you're like, what the fuck was the first 3 episodes?
Who's that
Or
for?
the reverse also happened, where the first 3 episodes are like so horribly dark and angsty, and like you're like in for emotional roller coaster, and then it's just all happy and light and like slice of lifey, and it's like, what is going on?
I just thought of one anime. It doesn't fit this parameters, but now my brain is like dying to remember the name of it. It has vampires in it. There's a blonde, they're like teenage boys, a blonde one
JoJo
is a vampire, and then with black hair, it's no. The black hair is a vampire hunter, and it's I think they were trying to communicate it's like they're adopted brothers, but it was actually really gay.
This is sounding more and more like JoJo.
Yeah, like, yeah, I know it's not JoJo, but everything you're saying is just JoJo.
Episode, they have other siblings, and then all of the siblings die, but they're not actually siblings. They're just like a group of kids. But then each of the boys that aren't brothers, they refer to the same group of kids as their siblings. And like, I just remember there's a scene where they're all running, and then a vampire murders all of the small children, but the oldest makes it out because the blonde one dies, but doesn't actually die. No one's talking. It has a green title.
I'm looking up vampire anime. But we know it's definitely not JoJo, because JoJo does not have a green title. That's what we find.
That's finally the thing. We're like, oh, no, JoJo's not green.
Oh, Jessica knows what it is. What's the title?
Awesome.
It's like on the tip of my tongue, and I'm dying slightly.
You're fine.
I really enjoyed it. They're also being hunted down. I have to rewatch it because I think I watched it really when my migraine was like, it's definitely at Time is Rock I watched, and I watched it really quickly. And then I've seen stuff from then, and I've thought back to it. I'm like, I think it was a really good show, but I just like wasn't. It was when my arm was all jacked up, and I was on had pain meds, or I didn't like commit the bandwidth to it.
Also, speaking of vampire and JoJo, when I was working the convention, there were some of these customers, and this guy like was really into JoJo, but his friend, who is a girl, not his girlfriend,
gal pal.
Yeah, his gal pal. She was like sitting there talking to me. She's like, I just don't know. She's like, I'm not into like things like that. Like, I'm really into vampires. And I'm like, funny enough, the first part of JoJo is a horror, and it is about a vampire.
Jessica, I got it. It was Seraph of the End.
Yeah, I was about to say Seraph of the End when I saw Seraph, but I've never actually seen Seraph of the End.
I enjoyed it, apparently. It's just stayed like in the back of my head for a while. I saw like a ship edit from the other day, and I was like, oh, I forgot that existed. So now I have to go back and watch it. If only I had a lot of free time. Oh wait, I do.
Jess owns it. I did start the whip while I watched your streams. Went from draft 1 to losing the whole thing, restarted, finished, and 3 or 4 rounds of edits in the last 2-ish years, I think.
That's wild. That's cool.
That's wild. That's great, and I am envious.
I'm proud of you, RP.
I am also proud. Depending on how long you procrastinate beta readers, I might be able to sign up. Just give me till March. I can't commit to anything before March. But she's not talking about the questionable man and the twin vampires I wrote about. Those are all women, except the questionable man. He's a man.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I gotta, you know what you've done. Oh, I don't know what I've done. I don't
know what you've done either which is
I'm kind of racking my brain here. And
talking about my slight joking, but also not joking, but we should fall in love, but I'm joking, crush on the voice actor. I think it might be about that, but I don't know what it's saying.
But we should support that. Go get a job at Sony so you can have a long, drawn out rom-com.
Yeah, I'll just go get a job at Sony. I'll just
apply. Here's what you do: you walk in with a resume and shake a hand. And
also, you can't tell Chris because he will then want discounts on TVs. Actually, I don't know if he likes Sony TVs. What's our TV right now?
I'm not going to be working in the tech sector. I'd be working.
So when you're CEO of Sony, I need you to hook us all up.
Yeah. This person that you didn't hire as an intern.
You're welcome. Also, this is what I strive for all of chat to feel supported in their endeavors. My hubby was so concerned when I rushed from one bookshelf to the other. We appreciate your dedication.
I appreciate that what I was talking about. I'm pretty sure there's a whole plot about like are vampires human, like what is the quality of a human soul thing. But all I remember is the not a bromance.
I have seen a lot of Haikyuu. I have not watched the movie. The only reason I haven't watched like season 3 or 4 is because I really loved Haikyuu season 1. Like it remains season 1 and 2 remain like my favorite sports anime of existence, even above our Soccer Boys CB.
We need to finish that.
We do, but Haikyuu is just like I really love it. It's so good, and I got Fox into it, and then he watched season 3 and 4. And he told me the quality goes down a lot. And I'm like, I don't know if my heart can take it.
My favorite anime is Yuri on Ice.
What sport do they play in Haikyuu?
Volleyball.
Oh.
And there's actually it's one of the animes that like Olympic athletes do some of the moves and stuff. So that's really cool.
I played volleyball for one summer. We lost every game.
Wow.
Yeah. Really cool.
I haven't seen them yet, so I can't opinionate on that. But this
I watched
even
I watched I think season 1 of Haikyuu, and then I got bored.
See, this is just making me feel validated in not having gone past season 2. So I would say watch season 1 and 2 of Haikyuu. Definitely, still highly recommended. Oh no, I froze. I think
we can keep hearing you. You are just
everyone else froze. I don't know what's going on.
Can you hear us?
Oh, okay. Well, you guys froze for me, so I wasn't sure.
We could hear you the whole time. Mm-hmm. You just picture glitched in and out.
See, this is where you and Fox would differ in opinions, because it's not. If I remember correctly, which Fox is here, so he can correct me. It wasn't just the animation quality that went down, in his opinion. And so he didn't tell me a lot because I don't like to know a lot before I watch things, as we've established today.
I'm probably gonna have to close my window.
Don't watch it. Don't hurt yourself. You matter more than that. The movie is better than 3 and 4, but not enough. So currently, I will stick with my Soccer Boys.
Yeah, I have to finish the Soccer Boys so I can read fan fiction.
So for anybody who likes sports anime and or soccer and or just absolutely ridiculous shit, Blue Lock is amazing.
It makes me want to play again, but I don't. How do you join a casual soccer thing as an adult?
You look up soccer league, like amateur soccer leagues or community soccer leagues in your area.
I don't remember how to play. I was like really good at soccer a decade ago.
The soccer boys can't hurt me, Fox, because I have no expectations of them for anything other than to be ridiculous. I just have massive ADHD and got distracted by something else. Probably Kuroko no Basket. That's fair.
Is that the basketball one?
Yeah, it's in English it's Kuroko's Basketball.
I want to finish the skateboarding one.
Do they have one for every sport?
Reki, my love of skateboarding. I did start watching that one. I enjoyed it. I did think it was gay, but then I was told it wasn't, and I kind of lost my motivation to continue.
If I understand correctly, Skate the Infinity is one of those animes that suffers from fandom not really giving a fuck about canon, and so everything that anyone knows about it who hasn't actually seen it is just fanon.
So is there a sport that doesn't have an anime to it?
I don't think so.
That rocks. Huh?
Field hockey.
I was thinking, I think they have like a badminton one.
Anime.
Do they have a football one? Do they have like an American football one? Because like that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense, right?
They do.
American football players in quite a few anime.
No, it's Shield. It's Ice Shield, I think. Ice Shield 21. I believe those are American football. I could be wrong though. Hockey anime, Pura Ore, Pride of Orange.
Not hockey.
It's about ice hockey though.
They're two different sports. I played field hockey.
Well, let me look up field hockey.
I was not very good at it. Well, I could run fast.
My Heavenly Hockey Club. It's an anime about field hockey.
Is it women's field hockey?
Yeah, it's about field hockey. It says right here, there is a field hockey anime called Sket Dance, which features a character that plays field hockey and uses a stick as a weapon of choice.
Fuck yeah. I did take out someone's nose with my elbow in field hockey. It's a dangerous sport. They should definitely be wearing more gear.
Yeah, Ice Shield. I think it's Ice Shield 21.
That's such a cool name.
I hit my little mouse USB thing, and now my mouse and my keyboard are not connected to my computer, and I don't have a proper plug-in one.
Rip.
I just have this little thing.
As for your badminton anime,
any luck?
Henebado.
Let's go.
Yeah. So literally like so many. And if they even make up sports for animes. So also there's quite a few Reddit things of people going, hey, is there a badminton anime? So apparently
I guess it is probably the like obscure sport that like pops into everyone's head when you're trying to think of a sport that wouldn't have an anime.
It's the mainstream obscure sport.
Right, exactly.
There's also 2 different rugby animes that I know of.
Okay. Ooh, I'm really worried about those. Come on, please work this time.
Sadly, Fox, there is no Blitzball anime, but there should be.
That worked. We're good. We're back, guys. I know you're all really stressed about it. If you guys have any recommendations for gay ones that are gay, because I'm tired of being lied to.
For sports anime?
In general, but yeah. No, actually, I'd prefer not because I don't love sports. Actually, I have no issues with sports anime, other than the fact that I'm always like, oh.
What case?
You don't have to look this up. It was just awfully weird.
No, I was curious.
In my life, I love anime and I love sports, and yet have never watched a sports anime.
You should watch Yuri on.
Hold on. I'm so pleased that this like list of best LGBTQ plus anime to watch, and Sailor Uranus and Neptune are on the banner. Because there's literally there's a special chapter and like a special episode dedicated to like these two on a side mission, and like the villain captures one, I forget who, I think Neptune. I think they capture Neptune, and they're all like, if you kill me, then like the world will be doomed or something like that. And whichever scout isn't the one that's kidnapped kills the bad guy anyway. And they're like, how did you know they were bluffing? And they're like, I didn't. But a world without you isn't worth saving. And I'm like, yes! So, they're great.
That's very nice. Very nice.
Given is about music with lots of emotions. And
I think I started watching that one. I don't know. I had too many emotions.
I've watched like the first episode of that one, but then had a migraine that didn't allow me to read subtitles. Which sometimes I have a migraine that doesn't allow me to do anything but lay there, and reading subtitles is fine. And then other times I have them to where it's like, no, subtitles will not be okay today. There's Senpai is an Otokonoko, which has gender fluidity and complex family situations. I haven't seen that one. Twilight Out of Focus looks like something I'd find in a webcomic. So 3 boy love stories that show different dynamics. Yuri is my job. A cafe dedicated to Yuri. So I will just, because there's like 25 of them and we should go into a sprint. So I'm gonna just link that there, because one of the things I like here is there with this is it gives the title, it gives how it's LGBTQ, and then it like gives the genre, the Japanese title, the release date, the production studio, the creator, and where you can stream it. The most valuable information of all. Well, where you can legally stream it. Oh, of course, Yuri on Ice is here.
A good show.
It is.
It has a great opening.
There'll be no more. Oh, I forgot the words. I have to go rewatch it now.
I don't know the words. I just like the little.
Oh, I knew every single lyric.
Okay. Another webtoon I really like, which was like the beginning after the end, is getting an anime. I think it's coming out soon. I read that and Soul Leveling around the same time.
Oh, really Matt, you should watch a sports anime for your next TV show that you're looking for.
That's next on the list. Which sport?
Okay, well, what are you looking for more in your sports anime? Are you looking for sports accuracy? Are you looking for team bonding?
I don't know. I've never seen any of them.
Are you looking for male friendship that could kind of be seen as gay, but isn't really?
I might do the Ice Shield one.
Okay, I've never seen Ice Shield, but I do believe Ice Shield 21 is one of those like the thing with sports anime is the majority of sports anime is not super, it doesn't take itself seriously.
Right.
Even if the characters in the plot, it doesn't, and that is what makes them beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
There are a few, like Princess Nine is an old one about baseball. And it's about like the first female baseball team trying to, like high school baseball team trying to be taken seriously and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually one my sisters and I watched when we were kids. So, and I always would recommend that one if you want like a more serious one. But for ridiculosity, I've got a list for you. It really does. It's the real
That's in a show about basketball.
Yes, because you don't understand. They can go into the zone. And you need to. But you can only stay in the zone for so long before your body can't take it anymore. It's amazing.
We need to bring power scaling to the game of basketball.
Yeah.
Oh, to be fair, Fox, I never got into Prince of Tennis, but yes, that does exist.
There's a bike riding one, I think, too. That's supposed to be good.
Yes, there is. There is one about bike riding. I'm telling you, there is one for like everything. The lightning eyes. Yes. Okay, so we should. Matt's gonna come back and be like, "So I got nothing productive done, but these are the episodes I watched." Which, honestly, with your wine, do it. All right, here we go.
It's only like 6 o'clock. I can't go get wine.
Sure, you can.
Don't tell me.
We don't see CB for a sprint and a half. Just have it delivered.
No, it's downstairs. I have plenty of wine.
Have it delivered.
By a roommate. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Hello, hello, hello. We are back, and I am cold. I've already pulled out.
I wasn't cold, but that blankie was so comfy.
Oh, it's not a blankie.
Oh, what is it?
Hold on.
Because my head hurt, and that's why I just hit it real quick.
It's my winter tent.
Yo.
Oh, comfy. Here.
The hood got stuck. I can completely fit inside this thing if I desire. See?
I need one of those. I just have blankets.
They're so good. So how did everybody do that sprint? I spent most of that sprint trying to figure out how to change the insurance information on CVS Specialty, only to give up, reorder my prescriptions anyway, and wait for them to call me and tell me the insurance isn't working.
I did a sink full of dishes.
I made dinner, tacos.
What kind of tacos?
Singular. And then came back and read some. My head started to hurt. I got wine though, so.
Nice. What kind of wine?
Trader Joe's wine.
Hell yeah.
I don't remember what it's called.
Also, I started planning my streams for next month, and I was going to harass you too. However,
Us
responded.
Yeah, we're the good kids this time around.
We're usually not.
Yeah. I'm famously bad at responding to stuff.
I have to DM you. It's fine though. It's fine.
We were already talking about something else, and so I was already there to see it.
I saw it pop up and responded. And then you messaged about like staying after stream, and I was like, oh, apparently we have a stream today.
I will also be messaging in the 4FA to see if y'all are.
I'm down.
For February. Fox, if we do a 4FA in February, I expect at least half the prompts to be romance related.
Make us write something romantic.
Matt, do you write romance?
I wrote like romance subplots, but I've never like written a full romance. No.
Sam will have an advantage.
Well, that's why I said half, because maybe chat will be like, you know what? Fuck Sam. Let's vote on the not romance ones. So. But it'll be fine. I believe in y'all.
Storm. My wall back there is super ominously blank, which is funny because the rest of every other wall is very much covered. I just haven't done anything for that wall yet, but it's the only wall you guys can see.
I got for Christmas, I got some new prints for this wall over here that you guys can't see, but they're little like the like wall decorations that are like canvas over wood.
Yes.
Yeah. I got 3. It's and they're all blueprints for. I have like a coffee roaster, a coffee grinder, and an electric kettle.
That's cute. I like that.
Got those up there. I'm like, hell yeah, this rips.
I have the embroidery projects I've done, and then I have some Heaven's Official Blessing cards that I got from Sam's mom. And then I have Scum Villain little keychain things. And then I have a Princess Mononoke poster. I have a bookshelf like right here with Calcifer sitting on top that my brother's girlfriend, she made me this.
Aww.
super soft. And then I have 2 mushroom posters like bracketing the bed
I would
in the window.
love a mushroom poster. I need.
Yeah.
Because I have 2 separate pairs of mushroom socks, but I don't have any mushroom posters.
I have mushroom posters, shirts. I feel like I should have more, but I
I had
don't.
mushrooms for dinner. Now that I think about it,
I did not.
I love
Hold on,
mushrooms.
let's check on with chat since we're getting off the topic of what we did.
What? Matt and I just can continue to list things that we can see. In
We're like, what would be good content? I don't know, I Spy.
that during the sprint. Oh, I didn't even see this, Jessica, earlier, but thank you, because that would have helped.
It's called History Maker.
The moment of truth, we were born to make history. But yes, the very first thing I did during sprint was look up Yuri on Ice, and if you go back and watch it, you can see me twirling in the chair. It's fine. Yeah. Currently, Jess is getting not snow down here, like tiny ice balls that are not hail but aren't snow. I don't know what this is, and no rain with it, just the tiny ice balls.
Precipitation.
I checked the weather during the sprint, and it's 1 degree here.
It's 61 degrees here.
We got a whole one.
RP got 10 pages edited. Nice. How many pages do you have left? I know you said you've got 1 section left, but you did not tell us how big the section was. So this could be like 1% or half or 75. Managed to edit and add 177 words into my poly vampire. Nice.
Go you.
I also was not cold, but also now desire. Like, this thing is so nice. Sometimes I will wear it inside out just because this part is so soft. I got 74 words, made myself some soup, and then went outside to admire the snow, not snow. That's fair. I got 501 words that sprint. Luckily, it's my 3rd sprint today, so I'm getting a good amount of work done. Nice. I have a glass mug with mushrooms on them, like fantasy mushrooms. Ooh. 29 pages in that section, so 19 left. Ooh, nice. So that was like almost half, or a third. Yeah, almost a third. Hold on.
Good job. I don't know where she went.
I mean, you guys can still talk. I
feel like we should just wait here in silent. Jessica says, sleet, we are getting sleet. Ask my mom, who was born and raised in Utah, so she knows a thing about snow. I was like, there is a word for this, but I can't think of it either.
Yeah,
so
I was running through all my ice-related words, and I'm like, I can't think of it. My son got this for me for my birthday.
Fairywood.
Ooh. Ooh, that looks delicious.
I have a bunch of.
I'm going to give him the container when it's empty because I want more of this tea. And it's apparently Books A Million just has a tea brand, which I'm like, you know what? Smart. However, it's like, all right, so it's currently this filled with tea bags, right? And
is it like 3 tea bags? Oh, it's not 3.
Oh, it's 300.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a while. And I just did this. But the top's really nice too. But I had lost it for a while. Turns out what happened is I was drinking it during the holiday bash and I left the container over here. And I just wasn't on Chris's computer over the holiday. But yes, I really enjoy this tea.
I had a tangerine tea last night that was fantastic.
I don't have a kettle right now, a normal kettle or an electric kettle.
Sad.
So I've been using pots and the microwave, which is not the vibe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
And then you'll procrastinate finding beta readers until March. I mean, seriously, if you want to find them before then, that's fine. Yeah, like at the bottom, it says made exclusively for Books A Million, the Republic of Tea. And they've got like some other flavors too.
Yeah, I've seen that brand before. I didn't know they did a special one for Books A Million.
Apparently.
I'm trying to make my part straight because I know it bothers Tina, but I don't think it is possible.
Wait, what do we get straight?
My part?
Oh.
Hair part? Oh, that's the wrong way. Ooh. Okay, no, just...
Fox said, "Screw I Spy. I want to Where's Waldo stream." And I missed something. Hello everyone. I kind of slipped back into hibernation after the little bit of Anna and Malin streams I saw this afternoon. I mean, hey, that's fair. Sometimes oh my gosh, I felt so bad. Like emotionally, I felt so guilty because Sarah and I set up the stream for Storytellers Hearth on Saturday, and I was doing relatively okay being awake, and then Friday I just slept 16 hours into Saturday, and like I got DMs. Sarah was like, "Is everything okay?" And someone else was like, "Do you know you were supposed to be on live an hour ago?" And I was like, zombie Sam going, "Oh shit."
Yeah, I was like, hello, because there wasn't anyone in the comments being like, "Oh, like, hey, this is about to start." Or anything.
They tagged me and Sarah in the Troublemaker server, and I was getting DMs, and it's like, so Sarah and I moved it to Sunday because Sarah was like, "It sounds like you really needed that sleep," which was nice. Everybody was basically like, "Well, it sounds like you needed sleep, so it's fine," because my proclivity for not needing sleep is so well known amongst the community. They're like, "Damn, Sam hibernated." So, but I did feel much better after sleeping for eternity. So there's that. I wasn't going crazy. I saw that it was for Saturday, and I was like, cool. Then Saturday came, and I was like, did I miss it? Where'd it go? It's okay. Yeah. But I felt so bad because I was like, I should have set an alarm. But I didn't expect to be asleep. So, and my children didn't wake me up either. They just let me like be passed out. So
they're like, "Oh no, mom's fine."
They probably came in, took a look at me, and went,
Check for a pulse.
She didn't like stir when I passed the threshold for the door. I might as well go back. Because like when they come to my doorway, it's like there's a barrier and I sense them, and I like wake up enough to turn and look at them. The like only one who can sneak by me a little bit is my oldest, but because it's really weird. Like I'll be laying facing away on my phone, and then all of a sudden I'll just feel the lightest of touches on my shoulder, and it's more like, the fuck is in my room? Because it does not feel like human hands. And then I look up and he's looming over me with this curtain of hair, and I'm like, sup? He's normally just like, can I do my gamer time?
Okay, so my curated method over the years of going in and waking my parents up, whether they ask me to or usually because they ask me to, if not, or like something's happening.
I threw up.
I flew up. That hasn't happened in recent years. I learned that their beds, for some reason, bed frames, which is always really low to the ground. Like mine have some height to it, but theirs are not. And so I'll go over and I'll like crouch next to them and be on their shoulder.
It's so creepy when they go to wake you up.
Well, the other option's looming, and I feel like the crouching is less, and I'll stay like hip length away. So I'll be like
Yeah, I would always like, just, open the door and get on my hands and crawl backwards at them. And they'd like jump like I was doing something scary. Like
One of my like middle, he'll just like come to the door and he like leans through the doorway with his head just like to try to like see us, and that normally I like turn over and I see him. And my my youngest, she just comes through the hallway like we should already be awake. And she's just like she's the only one who says anything before checking. She's like,
I knock. We have reached a point in our family where everyone's an adult where we knock on the doors before we go in. But my older brother, every time I knock on his door, I just hear, which I'm pretty sure he's saying words, but they're just muffled through the door. So I'm just like, it didn't sound like a panic grunt. So I think I'm good to open the door.
I wasn't going crazy. Oh.
Gosh, this is making me realize I haven't lived with my siblings in years. And like several years.
Oh, I have a secret technique, I guess, to waking up my middle sister, because like if I go over and I'm hanging out with my mom and my grandma and it's like, well, we were gonna go run errands, but your sister's still asleep, and I'm like, wake her up. And they're like, you wake her up, and I'm like, fine, I'll wake her up. And I just open her door and I say her name, and if she doesn't respond to me by the second time, I walk over and I just like gently touch her, and she always wakes up the same way. She goes
That's how my
like, I never have problems waking her up. She's never like bitchy or anything. So I'm like, I don't know what you people try to do to wake her up, but
I had to wake my little brother up so he could drive Storm and I to the vet, because my mom had taken only a manual car to drive, and I can't drive stick shift yet. Kind of. I can kind of do it. In case of zombie apocalypse, I probably could do it, but not while there are other cars on the road. So he needed to drive, and it was like noon, maybe 12:30. So I was like, okay, it's fine to wake him up now. So I go over and I'm like saying his name, and I have to go in and like actively shake him. Like I started small, like a little tap, and then a little shake, and then a little shake louder, and then just talking to you like, hey, Ben, wake up. And then full on like, hey, get up, please.
Oh yeah, when we were teenagers and I had to wake them up for school, I full on had to seal their blankets.
I didn't want to get kicked. So
I was at the time older and much larger than because I was 5 and 6 years older than my sisters, so I was much bigger, and if they hit me, I hit back harder. But like what I did to basically train my sisters to not enact physical violence upon me is like they'd hit me, and then I would hit them slightly harder than they hit me, and then they would hit me harder, and then I would hit them slightly harder than they hit me, and they learned. And so, but this also mildly traumatized them. So to this day, even though they are now physically much stronger than me, neither of them could bring themselves to hit me. And I'm like, yes, remember that. So I was like, yes, you needed the sleep, Sam. After that, it sounds like I thought I missed the stream too, which I did miss anyway, because right after the AuthorTube and BookTube wrap up for the marathon, I slept right there on the couch with the child for nap that turned into sleep. I feel that. My oldest to this day, if he like comes in my room and falls asleep on my bed or anything, if he is like near me, I will get so sleepy. He's like a sleeping pill.
Huh?
Yeah, you.
What? What'd you say?
You make me sleepy.
Talking shit.
When you, I don't know, like when you fell asleep in here when we were watching Supernatural that one day, I really wanted to take a nap. I had to like get up and get a drink.
Oh,
Yes. Can you go turn the kettle on?
What did that have to do with me?
You're the one who caused it.
How?
I don't know. Your existence.
How the hell does my existence make you thirsty?
Not thirsty, sleepy.
Oh. That's what you meant.
No, like when you're sleeping near me, I get sleepy.
The slug rays. That's what my mom calls it.
Yeah.
Usually referring to the cats.
Practice. Hold on. Yeah, yes. I mean, you guys can keep talking. What's up?
My sister's method of waking me up when we were a bit older, like, but still living under my parents' roof. So I was like 16 and she was like 20. Is she would open my door, run, and jump onto my bed.
Yeah, that's such a sibling thing.
Yes, when we were younger, I think that would happen. My dad would pick up my little brother and launch him onto the bed. Was another one because my little brother is 5 years younger than me. So pre-puberty, that was funny. Sure, it would snap a couple of my bones.
Yeah.
The amount of like loving abuse that we can take when we're younger, that we like, man, I would never do that now, but when we were kids. Hold on, I want to catch up on chat. My child will hide then laugh, menacing and creepy until someone. Children can have some of the creepiest laughs, and I am trying to figure out if it's that children actually laugh creepily, or if children's laughs have just been used in so much horror fiction that we are now conditioned to find it creepy. Because, like to just hear a kid laugh is like one of the like most giggly, giddy things for me. But then other times I'm like, why are you so damn creepy? So, no matter how carefully or softly I try to wake my mom up, she always wakes up in shock. So my personal rules: don't wake her up unless there's blood or danger. That's fair. Chris is the same way. Here's the thing. I can't leave the house without telling him I'm leaving or he gets upset with me. But every time I wake him up, you would think I just doused cold water on this man. So I feel so bad every time. But like, I'm like,
The rule when I had sleepovers as a kid was you can do anything, but as long as it's fine, like as late as you stay up, as long as you don't wake my mom up, but then fun is over. Like you are, like it doesn't matter if you wake my dad up, my brother's up, whatever, but if you wake my mom up, there will be hell.
Yeah.
It was the same, not with sleepovers, but just like growing up with me and my sisters when it wasn't a school night. We were basically allowed to do whatever as long as we didn't wake mom up. And like my dad was a night owl, so we didn't have to wake him up because he was already awake. He was probably playing like WoW or another MMO or something. But if he felt we were getting too loud and that we were going to wake our mother up, oh my God, was there hell to pay? Because my father is a very proud super simp for my mother. So he was just like, if you wake your mother up, and we're like, we won't. My middle sister is one of those who can have a full-blown conversation while me, my sisters, and my dad are all that way. And my grandmother says she used to just stand in the doorway of our bedroom while me and my sisters argued in our sleep. So she's like, these arguments didn't even make sense half the time, but she's like, you guys were arguing.
My parents would be like, we woke you 2 hours ago, get out of bed, come on. And I'm like, I have no memory of this. Like I don't remember getting up and apparently choosing to go back to sleep.
My mother would go in and ask my dad like what he wants for dinner and stuff, and then come back, and then like later he'd say something and she's like, I went in and I had a conversation with you. Just like, so my mom used to go in and try and then wake me up and then send me in to just be the 11 o'clock. I had no hesitation about jumping on her, pulling her blanket up, and turning on all the lights. My children are too considerate for those shenanigans, which I'm like, because I'm like, go wake your sibling up. And then they just either don't, or they'll like open the door, try, and then they'll be like, but they were really tired. Like, who raised you this way? I didn't. Like, me and my sisters were agents of chaos to each other.
That is.
I was on a bachelor party one time, and one of the members of the group had fallen asleep on the couch, and he was my old roommate, and this man is impossible to wake up once he's fallen asleep.
Oh, no.
But like it was like 9 a.m., like 9 p.m. So we're like, dude, like we're gonna be up for a while. Like you can't go to bed yet. But he fell asleep on the couch, and so we're like literally like banging things together, trying to wake him up, nothing. And what finally did it is he fell asleep with his shirt off, and I went and got an ice cube out of the freezer and just sat it on his chest. And he just wakes up a little bit, and I'm sitting there and everyone's laughing, and he just goes, "Go away."
Go away. I've been mildly disturbed by this. Enough of your shenanigans.
Just go away.
It's good. There's a hole in my pants on the middle of my thigh, so I'm just sewing it up.
Waking my children up is interesting. Like, my oldest is much like me. All it takes is like I go to his door and I just say his name and he like wakes up. I know he's like exhausted if I have to go over and actually touch him. But for my other two, I have to like go in there and I have to say their names quite loudly. And then they eventually like they wake up. I don't go and like touch them and stuff, because if I say their names, they wake up like slow and peacefully, but if I actually have to touch them, they freak out. So,
which is fair.
So I try to avoid that part.
Yeah, I'm just hard to awaken.
Rouse.
Yeah, rouse. I'm hard to rouse.
I'm a light sleeper unless Chris is home. If Chris is home, I will sleep like the dead. And I suspect it's a security thing. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I think for the most part, it's good that like I can fall asleep in pretty much any situation, and I'm hard to wake up in just about any situation. But it is one of those things. I'm like, if I was ever in danger, that wouldn't be good. That wouldn't be it. Frankly, yeah. If I was in danger, it wouldn't be good for anyone.
So we could have chucked him off of the balcony.
Absolutely, you could.
No. Like, oh, missed opportunity.
I say this a lot. I would be so easy to murder. And it's not like a physical thing. It's a
notes, I guess.
It's like I would be easy to poison. I would be easy to kill while I'm sleeping. And I'd probably be easy to like trick with a trap or something.
I just realized that Matt put the Pantone of the color everyone found during the holiday bash at his show. Yeah,
that I didn't find it. I think Fox is who found it, but that's staying forever because that rocks.
It's matte pink specifically. Yeah. Which apparently, the matte pink that I had been using for everything was a little too bright, I guess. So Fox found a slightly darker matte pink. And this is your new matte pink.
I don't know what color, apparently. Actually, everything in my room is the exact same color.
Look.
It did look like you were taking notes.
It very much did, where I was like, oh, I would be easy to poison. You're like, interesting. All right, let me write that down.
She's like, hold on. Well, we could see her going one of two ways. Either she's like, okay, I'm taking notes on how to do it, or, okay, so these are not the challenging ways.
Yeah, these are off the table because it would be too easy.
Too easy.
But yeah, like all you would have to do to poison me is just give me some food that I had never had that dish before.
So you wouldn't be able to tell there's anything wrong with it?
Right. They'd be like, oh, this is from somewhere else. And I'd be like, oh.
So we could, like at a Korean barbecue or hot pot, CB.
Now, I've had a lot of Korean barbecue and hot
I wouldn't know what I was eating either, though.
See, so it'll have to be. You're gonna have to get a little more exotic.
Do you add a lot of sauces or seasonings?
Depends.
Because I could always just be like, oh, hey, this is the house sauce.
Yeah, but no, exactly. So that would work. And I'd be like, oh, that's weird. It tastes like really reminiscent of like cyanide. And you're just like, no, that's just how they do it. I'm like, okay, well,
like, oh yeah, no, it's a very similar herb, but like non.
Yeah, and my just politeness would just be like, oh well, I'm not gonna hate on their sauce. Give me another ladle of cyanide.
See, so also nobody note how easy I thought of a workaround.
Yeah, no, I'm just like, I would know if it was in my Korean barbecue. New sauce. All right, yep.
It's an almond sauce, kind of like a peanut sauce. See, exactly. Yeah. Matt, people pleasing.
110%.
Cause of death, people pleaser.
Absolutely.
That's one of those things that would appear on like the Jackbox games. Cause of death, people pleasing.
Yeah, so someone could just be like, it would, I hate to put you out like this, but it would be really convenient if you just, laid down on the freeway for an hour and a half. And I'd be like, well, if it'll help you out.
We need a new, we haven't replaced the speed bump yet.
Yeah.
It'd be such a bother, really, if you didn't do it.
Well, I was gonna, live, but I guess if this would help you out.
Ooh, living.
Cringe.
If we are going to fit in 2 more sprints, then our next chatty bit will have to be shorter. So
okay.
Sounds good.
All right.
I mean, we're sprinting now.
You count us down.
3, 2, 1, go.
CB. Hey yo, everyone.
Oh.
I'm used to having to pin my hair back with my headphones, but I got a haircut and I don't have to do that anymore.
That's fair.
I feel like you've had the same hair since we met.
Because a lot of the length was back here and therefore hidden by my neck and shoulders.
Okay.
But yeah, before I got a cut, it was literally like down to like.
He's had the same front man hair.
Yeah, the front has stayed the same. The back has just steadily grown for a year. Yeah, it was pretty much pretty close to a mullet by the end there.
So, how did everybody do that sprint? I spent that sprint essentially organizing some streams for February and one into March.
I showed up the 5 holes in my pants because apparently there were 5 holes in my pants. They're comfy lounge around the house pants, but they're not fit for outdoors.
I wrote about half a page and wrestled with the cognitive dissonance that always happens when the first sprint is 30 minutes and the next one is 20. Because it always throws me off for a little bit where I'm just like, what do you mean it's almost over? What have I been doing? And then it's like, oh, right. It's 2/3 the length.
Oh, I did look up and it was 13 minutes left. And I was like, holy shit. Like, that one's so quick. I was like, no, that was 7 minutes, not.
Oh, my God.
Storm.
Well, chat may be blessed with 2 4FAs within this, which will be fun. We haven't had a 4FA in a while because of everybody's schedules, so I think this will be fine. If we do a romance 4FA in February, the biggest challenge my co-host may face is that they will have to have happy endings.
I usually write happy endings when it's not 4FAs.
That is so true. It is so nice. It's so tempting with a short to do an unhappy ending because
I've done bittersweet endings. I don't
Yeah.
think I've done a just like happy ending though.
I
Because
think they're just proving my point, chat. What do you think?
oh, absolutely. Because my thing is
Not
because
just
I'm
really.
very anti anything but a happy ending in any sort of long form fiction. Therefore, when it is time for a short form fiction, I'm like, and everyone dies at the end every time because that's what this is for.
I can't even say anything because I love to use shorts and flashes to mess with people's emotions.
Yeah,
So,
that's what they're for.
it is.
You
And
can't
it's
mess
fun.
with someone's emotions for something they've invested like a ton of time
I mean,
into.
you can, but you have to make it
10
up for
pages.
them.
Yeah, exactly. You owe it to them. If they invested like 10 minutes in reading 10 pages, fuck them. Like,
I did this whole thing where I was gonna surprise Sam by giving her a recording of me doing Till Pizza Do Us Part as an audiobook. So that will be happening, but I thought so I recorded the whole thing, then started editing it, and that was the day I realized my mic was backwards.
Oh.
So it wasn't 15 minutes of stuff, it was a lot longer than that. And I was so frustrated like the entire day. So give me a couple days and that will be coming eventually. But so I was working on that at some point. So I was back reading Sam's depressing short fiction. So.
Excuse you, that one is bittersweet.
like any good pizza.
RP only got 9 pages that time. More issues popped up as I got further into it. I forgot that Grammarly only checks 10 pages at a time. I didn't know that it only checked 10 pages at a time, so now I've learned. Also, RP, as Matt pointed out, that was shorter than the first sprint, so we will squeeze in one more sprint, even if I have to cut us off and mute us all. It'll be fine.
You could just tell us to stop talking when we're not up in a.
But it's so much fun to just hit mute and then see your faces that you make at me. So I had more to do than I thought. That's fair. I cut about 30 words. Dang it! Awesome. Oh, by the way, I will be on Alice's channel Tuesday at is it 6 a.m. Eastern or Central? I'm double checking.
AM?
Yes, AM.
That's not a real time. That's not.
I have to like be
real.
conscious at that time for the children to go to school anyway, so I'll just wake
2:30 a.m.
No, 6.
Oh, that's worse.
Literally, yes, it is. Like, that is in fact worse.
Ew.
6 a.m.
Yes, Alice is like the opposite. She streams early in the morning.
That's still nighttime.
Yeah, that's nighttime. That's the dead of night.
I mean, that's
early
fair.
hours.
The dead of night. Vampires and ghosts and ghouls are still out and about at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
The sun is up by then, y'all.
Not here.
Well, I think it can check whole docs, but I believe it's a premium feature.
I don't have a sunrise till almost 8 a.m.
I don't know. I got up at like 10 every day.
Guys, I start at 7 a.m. Eastern. Okay, so it's 6 a.m. my time.
Middle of the night.
A little bit better. I mean, it's 4 here still, so I'm not gonna say like, oh.
My sunrise, according to my weather app, is 7:52 a.m.
Yeah.
But that's because I'm on like the western end of the eastern time zone, so we have late sunrises.
Fox is complaining that you chose to record Till Pizza, but not for her. And I'm trying to remind him that one's not even finished yet.
Yeah. I want something.
He may be a little biased. Okay. Oh, all right. So officially, our next 4FA will be February 17th, and then we will have another one March 17th. So I'm writing this down on my schedule so that I do not lose this information. Okay. Fox's middle name is Impartial, he says. This is a lie. I wrote for an additional 5 minutes and got 457 words. Nice. So I think you're almost at 1,000 because you did 500 something last time. So depending on what the change was, you're at 1,000 for this stream, which 501, so almost. You look so concerned, CB. Your mic is no longer
You make no
working.
sound.
I heard the okay in my head though when she moved. Alice did nothing but chat with my mom about how we're supposed to get 2 to 3 inches of snow overnight. I mean, that's fair. I have a cold weather advisory message from the school that's like, the children will be going to school tomorrow normally, but we're not sure about Wednesday yet. And I'm like, fair.
CB, we cannot hear your words or your voice.
Which kiddo has never seen before, so I'm excited.
We
That's
sent her
awesome.
away. She's back, but silent. We needed to do like a silent movie thing where every time CB talks, it then goes to a screen of just like words with a little old timey like.
Fox says children are to be seen and not heard. CB, that's what they say. I think some people. Our oldest, it was funny, like while I was at the convention, we got a bit of snow here, right? And our oldest apparently went outside and played in it without telling my husband. And my husband, like later, like he heard the front door open and close, but then like nothing else. And then he was like, did our child message you at the convention and say he was going outside to play in the snow? And I'm like, no. And he's like, okay, because he didn't tell me either.
Like, oh, thank God. My monitor turned off for some reason. But the little camera stayed on. I was like, but I couldn't hear you guys anymore because my speakers are plugged into my monitor. And I was like, I don't know if they can still see and hear me. So I got onto the computer and like replugged it in because it was like half unplugged and it just like moved a little bit. I don't know why the mic shut off because the mic's plugged into the computer, not the monitor. So that was fun.
Well, we are glad to have you back.
Right.
Alice said, and we just end whenever. There is no time set to end. So if Sam gets there and is like, oh, I'm tired after like one sprint, then okay. Everyone, that's all folks. So it's up to her. I am not a quitter. I will nap during sprints. Like, don't you worry.
You just incensed her.
I've napped during a sprint before.
I have. Well, okay, it was during the Storytellers Hearth sprints way back when. Now we have like enforced nighttime breaks so people can sleep, and I sleep during those.
I think I napped during one of your regular streams because I was very sick, but was still on stream.
Mm.
For the sprints, this was at my old place, so my desk was right by my bed. So I could just see the computer, and I'm like, alarm for 29 minutes.
29 minutes is...
I support naps during stream. I also support just going to bed and leaving the stream. Just so
which I think I did after like 2 sprints. I was just like, Sam, I can't.
I've left streams before, but to go to sleep, but I don't think I've actually fallen asleep on stream.
One would say this makes you more responsible than those of us who nap during the stream. So
Yeah.
I thought it was February for a second, and I got really confused.
I wish it was February. Then it would be almost March, and then it would be almost April, and that would mean I don't have to deal with snow.
I did during the marathon. Like, I was not expecting it. I started a 45-minute sprint, then I blinked, and it's like 2 minutes left. I was like, all day.
Yeah. I am a certified absolute hater of all things winter. And
Yes.
the last week or like 2 weeks, it's been like 0 degrees and we get a ton of snow and ice. I couldn't go to work one day, and my family are a bunch of winter supporters and defenders. And so I've spent the last 2 weeks being like, "Oh, are you guys having so much fun? Are you having so much fun scraping all the ice off your car? Are you having a blast?"
I thought you were gonna say, like, even though I'm a certified winter hater, fuck LA or something like that.
No.
I said you could come to LA, and that was the next thing you said. So I was like,
no, I'm an LA defender. That's the kind of climate I'm here for.
Okay.
You did not. We are about to do the last sprint.
I'm not here for the money it would cost to move to LA.
Or to live here.
Or to live there.
I need a job.
Matt, on the mat, you don't like winter. How dare.
No, I'm sorry. I might have made myself not clear. I hate winter with every fiber of my being. I don't dislike it. I hate it. I absolutely loathe it.
Which, in all fairness to Matt, we have seen him in person. He has no natural insulation whatsoever.
Correct. My feet have been cold for 2 months straight.
He hasn't been warm since July.
My feet have also been cold, even though it's like 60 right now.
Yeah, I also get cold when it's like 60. That's what winter should be, is like 60 degrees and rainy.
No, this is a blood flow problem. What's your preferred temperature then?
Like 80, 85.
Oh my God!
Perfect weather.
So
85. It's warm enough to go to the pool.
To cancel Matt. Fox doesn't like the term cancel, mind you guys. He hates the term cancel.
I thought we were going to find common ground, but I was wrong. You're disgusting.
Like 80 degrees, 85 degrees. The 70s are beautiful as well.
The 70s are a little high for me, but they're still nice.
I need a nice 85 degrees, sunny.
80, that's wild.
So I can lay at the pool. I was born in Texas and it's in my blood.
Go back.
76 degrees is sunny, but nothing higher than 80.
Higher than 76
and sunny is beautiful.
And I start to get
gorgeous.
Sweaty.
80 in spring. Mwah. Fantastic.
All right, we must now go to
global warming is going to be delightful.
My best friend.
No,
I keep telling people, I'm like, hey.
Hold on, global warming is a misleading term.
Yes,
the term climate change is more correct, because the thing is that the heat gets hotter, the cold gets colder. So Matt, I don't think climate change is as much your friend as you think, because your winters are going to get worse.
It's not.
So. All right.
I like the high 50s up to.
High 50s are nice. It's not my ideal, but I like it.
This is why I just have to mute you two. You're like, you could just tell us, but no, I cannot. 3, 2, 1, go. How did everybody do that spring?
I snuggled with Storm. And
Sorry, I did the hair thing again, and I'm like, stop it.
is your mic on your headphones?
Yes.
Yeah,
There was
we
just
got,
a lot
we
of
got infinite,
I go, sharp.
yeah,
sounded so much more panicked than your actual movements were.
I left my headphones on the stove. They were so hot.
There's a
But
bee in your ear.
I made myself some tea, updated my how about with all the Storytellers Hearth deadlines for the recruitment and everything, so I can just look at my calendar and see the things that need to be done. And then I started checking emails because I can't do more with the schedule until I get the availabilities of my other regulars. And I was going to poke them, but it's only been a day and I don't bug any like we still have 2 weeks until February. So I am not justified in poking individuals when I just asked yesterday.
I curled up around Storm and then I like started my hand like this with her like right here. And then eventually I had my hand all the way around her, so she was just fully in my arms. And it was delightful. Then I had to get up, so.
Bella agrees 60 to 70 is ideal. For
Yeah,
me,
it's very
it
nice.
depends. If it's an artificial temperature, then if it's like if the heater is on, I prefer like in the 60s. If the air conditioner is on, I prefer in the 70s. For natural outside weather, I prefer like the late 60s, early 70s.
I do prefer a much cooler indoor temperature. Like I like, 65 to
Like,
69.
Artificial temperature is just not the same as natural
Right.
temperature.
Natural temperature, I want it hot.
Don't you like those banners like right here?
Yeah, where it was just the eyebrows.
Oh yes, I gave Lisa my opinion on how to work the sheet. 5, 14, and 20 minutes. Nice. Lisa stressed out about my timers a little bit and played some Sims. That's fair.
Matt, are you refilling the glass or are you just drinking the glass very slowly?
I am doing little teeny tiny refills.
Okay. I was like, I feel like it's been
And
at the
also
same
drinking
level.
very slowly.
It's an enchanted wine glass.
You gotta get one.
You already have an enchanted wine glass?
Yeah, I do already have one. You do need to get one yourself.
I got my document for the day to 2606. I don't really know what the word count for the sprint was, but I edited it, then added by to it. So yeah, that's awesome. Nice. Well, you know me, Sam. It's anytime. I got all the way done, and then another 30 issues popped up. Back to only a couple issues, and then 10 more.
Is this the way?
How it goes with revisions and editing sometimes. Fox and I mildly conspired about 4FA prompts, but well, really, he had a thought on how to torment Matt specifically, and then I gave like an actual suggestion on a middle ground that would torment Matt specifically, but also do what I want.
How am I to be specifically?
Why are you getting spoilers?
Hold on, but then he said he will consider it, and that is as far as the conversation went, because as CB said, I cannot know more. I mean, I just want all 4 prompts to be romance related, so, and you all know that, and it's February.
One of them just is erotica.
It has been requested that Fox just make us erotica prompts, and he adamantly refuses.
Yeah.
So,
that's fine.
As for why Matt should be tormented specifically, it is because Fox is a winter fox, and he does not like existing in any other.
I'm fine with the why. I want to know the how. How would I be specifically targeted with a prompt?
For the character
I will let
someone
you
who loves
in
winter.
that. If Fox wishes to tell you, he can DM you.
If the character has to love winter, I'll just make them pure evil.
Matt's like, I can work with whatever prompt.
Yeah. Oh, it's a villain? Oh, I've never written one of those before.
It becomes a hyper-specific prompt now, where it's like, has to be a good guy, must
love winter, hate summer,
lives in an igloo. Fox says, I think I win that way too. Hold on. Chat things popped up. 2,293 words today with a total of 5 sprints. There are spaces there, and my brain is having a hard time processing. 4, 232, 25. So I'm excited.
I got nothing. I have no idea.
Okay. Bella, explain your numbers. I need to know. Now that I added in the 5K a day, I just checked, and I am 249% done with my January goal. Hell yeah!
Damn.
Hoping I can get another book done soon. I applaud you.
Yeah.
4 were 25 minutes. No idea what. Oh, okay. I see. That's so relatable though. It's just to keep popping up in writing. It's like whack-a-mole.
I want to play whack-a-mole.
I would love it if Fox could make erotica prompts, but your requirement is to write anything but erotics.
So I read this and immediately was like, okay, so like they're trying to give like the call to action or like give the quest, but the person they're trying to give the quest to is actively hooking up, and they're just like, okay, but can you stop for a minute?
Went back through it. The secondary stuff was easy to fix, so is done. Nice. Holy shit, it's
done. Yay! Now do beta readers.
Now.
No, he's got to procrastinate. See? To procrastinate. I'm not sure if it's a typo or a new word or a word I don't know, but I support it.
No idea. For some reason, I feel like I'm echoing a lot. Not actually echoing, but like I'm speaking into the corner of my room, and I feel like that's rebounding.
You would have to ask Fox. You're coming out of a speaker bar for me, so I don't hear the subtle sounds that people with like headphones and stuff would hear.
I don't know enough to notice the subtle sounds that people with headphones would hear.
That's fair. No, Stevie, procrastinate, then beta readers. I mean, in all honesty, he should like I genuinely advise taking like a week or two to just breathe and then worry about recruiting.
Start a new project. I'm joking.
I set a tentative get 7 books read for January, but my TBR was like 10 books. So yeah, I'm at like 6 books read. So 10 days to read 4 books. Audiobooks, here I come. You sound like me, Alice.
Yeah.
I support
it. Of you.
How many books have I read this month? Let's see. I read the 6 for Your Favorites. I read Night Pleasures for our book thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I read Agatha Christie's, an Agatha Christie novel. It was a compilation of shorts. So the Regatta and Other Mysteries. That's what it was. And then, so I'm up to 8. Then I read Aragon and Eldest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm listening through Brissinger. So that one doesn't count yet. I will read 2, I will read 2 more next week, an audiobook and a physical book, because I need to read The Diviners for the Nostalgia Train and Scumvillain #2 for our book club. So I will have I will have at least read 12 books. and there's 2, like, if it might be 14 if I finish Brasinger and Wyvern Hale by the end of this week. So
nice.
I'm gonna try to wrap up really quick because I wanted to steal CB and Matt to test restream after this stream. My Q1 goal was 5 books total, and I'm up to 9. Hell yeah!
Nice.
I did nothing that sprint again, and I've been really bad about reading. I'm gonna try to focus on that after the stream. All right.
I support you.
Well, you were not feeling good, Jess, so that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about starting something new, but I'm probably going to use the time to do some reading. It's been a while since I've actually read a book for fun. Do it. I suggest reading Fantasy Lover and Night Pleasures so that you can for CB, I suggest reading Scum Villain 1 and 2 so you may join us on
I suggest you reading Scum Villain 1 and 2 so you can hang out.
That's fair.
Look at that.
I got one book done for the year favorites.
Don't you want to read about them?
They're just a reflection. There we go.
They're just a
in the background.
I still have Thrawn to do and moved Book Lovers to the TBR for this month and Frostblood, so yeah, it's okay. I have 51 pages left of draft 2, which I'm basically rewriting, so I'm tracking words, but I'm adding a lot, so no fucking idea what's actually left. That's fair.
That's nice.
All right. A couple little announcements. Wait, put those in the Discord. That's fair. We'll CB on it.
Yeah.
Tag RP. Wednesday. Whip Wednesday is coming back. It will be at a new time later to correspond with when Chris goes to work so that I am free from obligations, and any earlier in CB would not be in existence. So yeah, Whip Wednesday's coming back. CB's gonna start up her own like work streams. Unsure when yet, but keep on the lookout for that. Sam's writing workshops might also come back, but let's get Whip Wednesday back under thing. Maybe one day we'll force Matt to do his own thing. Who knows?
Maybe someday.
Scum Villain Self-Saving System Part 2. We're doing the book talk for it February 1st, so you still have 2 weeks to read that, or just sit and stream and listen to us talk about it. Some people like to do that. That's fine. And yeah, I think that's all for now. You two have anything you want to?
Yeah, one quick thing.
Yes.
When the summer comes and it's all warm, just, because I know everyone's like, oh, sweaty. Well, here's the thing. Sweat's not so bad. Everyone's
it's terrible.
Sweaty.
It is the worst.
Everyone's sweaty. Just make sure you still smell nice, and no one cares that you have a little bit of stain on your armpit. No one actually cares.
But it's everywhere.
You're fine. Enjoy it. And
I'm in Los Angeles now. It's gonna be even worse.
It's gonna be wonderful. You'll love it. That's my announcement.
I'm borrowing my mom's Amazon account to read it. Don't feel bad, Bella.
Try more libraries.
Try more libraries. Sorry, that caught that.
Drive.
I don't know.
Also, you should still just sign up for it, Bella. Because it's almost 2 weeks until the stream. So you just read it quick. Read both books quick. Or maybe someone.
If anybody else knows of any streams, Monday, let Lisa know. Otherwise, yeah, we're out. We'll see you guys Wednesday, maybe. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.